What's up guys, I'm back to another video today on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my bad/worst film of 2018. Just as I did about a while ago now, I did my top 10 most anticipated film of 2019. Well, today I'm going to be doing my worst and bad film of 2018. I also, after this, will be doing my top 10 in 2018 films. So, yeah. The reason why it's not top 10 worst films of 2018 is because there weren't exactly 10 movies. There were 9 movies, so it's basically top 10. But there's no particular order these films are in at all, so I'm just gonna be listing them as I saw them throughout the year and stuff. And if I forget some, I probably did forget some, I'll end the video what they were. I'll give a quick rating for them. So yeah. So here we go. My bad/worst film of 2018. Starting off is Tomb Raider. I'm not a big fan of Tomb Raider. I've never really played any of the Tomb Raider game. I've never watched the original films and stuff. But I decided I'll go see this film anyway, see how it is. It was a video game film, so it was definitely gonna suck anyways. It did suck. I mean, it was shot nice. Visuals were pretty nice. It was really shot nice and pretty. Alicia Vikander, who played Lara Croft, I think she was pretty good, honestly. I don't know how she compares to Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft, honestly, but I've seen clips of Angelina Jolie's Lara Croft, and hers a nut bar, honestly. And Alicia Vikander is more in line with the 2003 Tomb Raider game they did not long ago. The film was based off that 2013 video game they did, for some more realistic and stuff. So I think she did a good job in the role. I think all the actors did good in the film, but it's just the script wasn't great. Parts of it were kind of boring, because I actually did fall asleep for a little bit in the theater. I didn't really miss much, honestly. I missed one quick thing about, also, spoilers for all these movies, in case you don't want spoilers, but they're the worst films, so if you don't really care. But yeah, I'll see about one part where she was during Act 2, and she woke up afterwards, and then climbed on top of a mountain injured, and her dad, who she presumed was dead, found her and crap and helped her, and then they teamed up afterwards, blah blah blah. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of I've only fallen asleep for a little bit. It was kind of boring, honestly. There was a lot of the film, and some of the action they were good, but not the greatest, I would say. And also some of the physics of the game, the film, didn't really make much sense of some stuff. There's one part where she fell off a airplane that crashed in the jungle. She fell off it, and she was holding the parachute in front of her, and she opened it, and she still landed perfectly. And my brother told me, we saw it together, he told me that, how the parachute would have hit her in the face directly and knocked her out. She would have let go of it and fell. So, logic right there, I guess, makes no sense. So, yeah. The video game movie, so what were you honestly expecting from it? I gave the film a total of 5 out of 10, so there's that. Next up was Rampage, another video game movie we got this year from the great Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Always makes quality, am I right, folks? Yeah, of course he does. Rampage, I don't think anyone even knew it was based off of the game. It was based off this old arcade game from the 80s, something like that. It was based off the same premise about how these experimenters, this kind of gas thing, brought all these different animals to life, as not to life. I mean, they made all these animals giant, big, hulky monsters. There was, of course, a big gorilla in the game, and also in this film, a giant alligator and wolf in this film too. And acting is not bad. Also, some of the visuals were not bad either. CGI, I don't think was good. I mean, there was some better CGI and visual effects, I think, this year overall with other movies, but still, they weren't bad. Honestly, all the actors did good in the film. It's just of course, the plot felt like once we jumped into it, it was a locomotive. It just wouldn't stop going until we were done almost. Because the film opens showing how these animals became so enormous and stuff. This kind of thing fell from a space station and crashed over, and this gas came out and infected them and stuff. And then once that happens, once the white gorilla George that Dwayne Johnson's character is taking care of, once he turns big, then everything goes awry. And then the film takes no stops, doesn't take a break at all from the plot. And finally, once it ends, it really quickly ends. Once they say, you did it, Johnson, thanks for helping saving the city, and blah, blah, and then it says the ends. It ended very quickly and stuff, so it was it didn't really, it felt like it just started really quickly, went through it all, and ended fast. I mean, so, yeah, it wasn't a bad pace still. It was kind of it felt like it just wouldn't stop with the plot. It just kept going action, 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 and crap like that. So yeah. Honestly, the best part of the film was Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think he actually was the best part of me. He was very enjoyable in this film, very funny. So yeah, that was the best part of the film. Like I said, the acting, a lot of the other stuff was not bad. The action, everything's still, the film's story is not great. The video game movie as well, not going to do great. Some of the other things, just of course, story rushing a lot with all the action constantly. It also had Joe Manganiello in it, or how you pronounce his name. It had him in it for only 10 minutes. for what reason. This film sits at a 5 out of 10 as well. Next up is Truth or Dare. You've probably never heard of this film because it came out during April, during the time when Rampage and Avengers Infinity War came out, so it was kind of like lost in the shuffle there. And let me just say this film sucked. This was my least favorite film of the year, definitely, because, like, okay, look, I need to look at the IMDb for this film to kind of quickly they'll look up something exactly. Okay, so Truth or Dare was a horror thriller movie about this group of friends who went on this, like, vacation out somewhere, and this guy comes and tells them, like, who they met there and invites them to play this game of Truth or Dare out in this, like, mountain cave somewhere. And once they do, they didn't realize that when they played Truth or Dare in that cave, this, like, demon monster thing follows you now, all of you, and, like, makes you play Truth or Dare until you all are killed. And it was supposed to be a horror film, but it sucked. Like, this film, honestly, this film is a piece of shit. I did not like it at all. I don't generally see a horror film, but even a horror film, this isn't even a good horror film. Even as a film, it's not a good film. Like, they call it a thriller. I wouldn't even call it a thriller. It's called a horror thriller. I would call it a subpar thriller at best. Like, just, look, I gave this film a 1 out of 10. That's how much I didn't like it. The acting sucked. Like, a lot of the actors didn't sound like they gave a crap mostly. The plot was stupid. The writing sucked. It's like, none of the characters were likable in the slightest. They all were just annoying or dicks half the time. The ending of the film could have ended very differently. Like, spoilers, but I don't think any of you care. So basically, the ending involves they have to learn the ending through a sacrifice, paying this apprentice creature and stuff. So when they learn how to, like, one of them has to cut out their tongue and use it as a sacrifice. And so, like, this, it's weird to explain. I haven't seen it in a while since it came out because I don't care about the film. Basically, you need to, like, cut your tongue out as part of a sacrifice to get rid of the demon from you, or something like that. And basically, I don't know, something went awry, the demon was in one of them right then, and then, like, he took the opportunity to quickly try and prevent them. And the truth was, because you need a living person, like, you need a male or something like that. It was a male, and he killed himself. There was kill yourself, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, and, like, but basically the sacrifice didn't work, so they had to just find another way to stop them, which honestly I think there was, like, several ways they could have figured out how to stop the creature. The ending basically involves with this one girl, the main girl, decided to do the YouTube show. She decided to make a video saying Truth or Dare, which, saying that means that if you say Truth or Dare to someone while playing this Truth or Dare, they get involved in the game. So she just makes this video by it saying Truth or Dare, gets the whole world involved, and that's when it all goes awry. And it's so that's how it ends. But it's such a stupid ending. It makes both of those main characters, those last two characters, the two last female characters, such ignorant little assholes, because that means they're like, oh, we don't want to die, so we're just going to risk the lives of hundreds of thousands of other people out there so we can postpone or possibly not even die at all. Like, thank you. You could be killing probably, who knows, like, babies for all we know, or children. You don't know who gets seen that video, so, I don't know, it was such an they were so unlikable. I didn't like any of the characters in the film, and that made me not like them at all either. So, it just sucked, honestly. Yeah, I did not like this film. Honestly, there's nothing I really liked in this film. I mean, I liked the guy who voiced the demon. I guess his voice was cool as the demon, but aside from that, the film sucked. 1 out of 10. Don't see it. As a horror fan, if you like horror, don't see it. It kind of sucks. If you're just curious to see it, don't see it. It really sucks. If you're interested to see it, you can, you want to. I'm not stopping you, but still, I'm just saying. It sucked. I hated it. Worst film of the year for me. Like, they could have decided to both kill themselves, like, they could have both decided to kill themselves, because if they both kill themselves while the monster's inside is still playing with them, that can prevent the monster from, like, moving on, because he's stuck with these two girls who are now dead, so no one can now say Truth or Dare again to pass him on, so he's stuck with them. So them not killing, it sounds depressing, I know, but, like, if they both killed themselves, that would have saved a lot of other people from this grief. But no, like, they decide that these people don't care. We're important. All these other hundreds of thousands of people are about to see this video and play this game now. They don't matter. Thanks, you dicks. Next up is Jurassic World Fallen King, and this is the follow-up to Jurassic World from 2015. I honestly liked Jurassic World. I thought it was actually a pretty good film. I'm a 7 out of 10. It was like it was good, but it had some room for improvement. So it was not a bad film. Good entry for like this Jurassic World series and stuff. I even dressed up as Chris Pratt's character for Halloween that year. So yeah, but I was hoping this film could be better. Maybe because from the trailer it looks really good. It looks very intense and scary and stuff. So very creepy. So it could be good. Turns out it's not good in the slightest. It's not the worst. The fans have a lot of problems with this film. Like Jeff Goldblum, if you like Jeff Goldblum and Ian Malcolm, like he's back in the film for like maybe 5 minutes the most. He's at the beginning and at the end of the film, and that's it. He's there for no reason. At the beginning, like, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard's characters seem like they switched, like, roles. Like, Claire's now, like, all about... Claire, like, she didn't hate them, but she was, like, she wasn't, like, the biggest fan of them. She was, like, oh, these are just, like, marketing things, like, propaganda or... Well, not propaganda. These are just display things, show the public and make money, blah blah blah. But now she's like all about like she's part of a save the dinosaurs activist group to try and save them from like letting them die on Jurassic World Island because like it's about to blow up from a volcano. She's all about that now. And then Chris Pratt, and now he's also like who loved the dinosaurs. And now he's like when she asks him for help, he's like, no, I don't want to help you save the dinosaurs. Let them die on the island. He does eventually help, but still, it's pretty stupid. And a lot of other problems with this film. Like, there's not that many dark grim scenes, or not really intense scenes, they're kind of depressing. Plot is the same plot as the last film. They want to create a new dinosaur based with raptor DNA a little bit, and they call it the Indoraptor, very cleverly named after the Indominus Rex from the last film. See? No difference there at all. Indominus Rex, Indoraptor. What sounds different in all here? Nothing, because they're totally different. Spoilers also for this one part of the film. There's this subplot of this little girl who's a niece of this guy who wants to offer to help Claire save the dinosaur, but then his business partner kills him so he can like sell dinosaurs for money and crap. And we find out that his niece is not the niece's grandfather. Like she's not actually his niece. She's actually his daughter, his clone daughter, because his original daughter died. So she cloned his original daughter again so she can have him. They mention it once, that's not really explored again at all in the film. That's really stupid. Like, why? It's really stupid. Why did we need a clone subplot in Jurassic World? It doesn't make any sense. There are still some cool scenes, some good visuals, and some not bad visual effects, I'll say. So, yeah, not bad film. I give it a 6 out of 10. It's a fine movie, not the worst. Teen Titans Go to the movie. So, I'm not the biggest fan of the Teen Titans Go at all. I hate that show. I don't know what you get canceled. No, I don't like the show, so I'm not the biggest fan of this film either, so I'll just go into it. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's still not great either. I mean, I'm not a fan of the bubbly animation that it kind of has going, so I'm not a fan of that, or like the kind of humor it has, because there's a lot of, like, butt humor, and like, there's also way too many, like, musical numbers in this film. I don't know if the show had musical numbers too, but there's way too many in this film. There are some good jokes, though. There's some good jokes about, like, when they go back in time a couple times, and to try and prevent every superhero from being born so that they can be the only ones in existence so that they can have their own movie now because there's no other superheroes left. And there's some funny jokes with that actually, and like, it's funny, the way they like, try and get rid of Aquaman is by dropping like those plastic things that like hold like pop cans, they just drop it down the water and gets tangled in a little aqua baby and like kills him, so yeah, that was kind of funny. There's some other great jokes in the film. There's a great joke towards Shia LaBeouf. What else? There's a great joke about near the end where Robin asks where preparing for babies come from. And like, there's like after credits scene, of course, where that reveals the original Teen Titans are still out there and they're coming back in apparently a crossover film with Teen Titans Go. That's not what I wanted, but we can't all be winners, I guess, then. But still, we're getting the original Teen Titans back, so that's a saving grace for this film that they showed that. But I don't like the animation. Like, a lot of jokes sucked. They had Nicolas Cage and Jimmy Kimmel as Batman and Superman. That was weird and stupid. Yeah, I don't like the film. It's not great, so yeah, I gave the film a 5 out of 10. Next is A House with a Clock in Its Walls. So I thought this film would be good. I like Jack Black, so I was going to see it regardless, because I like Jack Black. It's not like the worst thing Jack Black has probably done. I don't know what the worst thing he's probably ever done, what the worst thing he's done is, but like, it's not bad. Like, it's not great either. So like, there's a couple problems. He plays this warlock in a film where he now takes in his nephew, because both his parents die and stuff. And he takes him to live in his house and stuff, and the plot is that he's trying to find this, like, his old partner, like, had hid this thing in the house, and, like, something about, basically his partner come back to life because of his nephew accidentally bringing back to life and stuff, and, like, he wants to turn all the world's people into children, like, turn the babies, I don't know, the weird plot. Something about, like, I think there's, like, plot thing about, he hid this thing in the wall of Jack Black's house where, like, there's a, I don't know, bomb, a clock, I don't remember exactly what it was, but, like, there's that, and visual effects are nice, the acting is great, there's some good humor in it, but like, the story's very weird. It's like a really weird flaw, like why is he turning over on the baby? I don't get that. There's some, like, the kid's acting is not great in the film, like it's pretty bad actually, like when he cries in some scenes, it's pretty terrible, not great, like pretty laughable on. It's not great. And also, the guy who wrote, one thing I hate about this film, like, unless you're a fan of Supernatural, you won't hate it, but if you are a fan of Supernatural, the guy who created Supernatural, Eric Kripke, he wrote this film, and there are several things he stole directly from his show, including one, there's stuff like referencing stuff like sulfur and like iron the spells goat. Also like that's all stuff from Supernatural. But there's like one huge thing where it's like the main bad guy reveals how he made a deal with a demon named Azazel who has yellow eyes. That's a whole big thing from Supernatural. There was a demon who's a bad guy that makes deals with people and he has yellow eyes. Like that was a thing from Supernatural. He directly took it from the show. Which I thought that was so stupid. I did not like how these completely ripped off stuff from his own show using this film, so I thought that was dumb. So 5 out of 10 for House of the Clock and its Walls. Next up was Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I was hoping this film would be better than the first. I mean, the first Fantastic Beasts was good. I gave that 7 out of 10 as well. So like, I thought like it was good, but it was of course the start of a series. But there was room for improvement. But of course, it was the start of a series, so of course. It was a start, so yeah, not having that high expectations. This film, I had some high expectations for. Of course, they were finally they were actually going to start getting fully into the plot of Grindelwald. A young Dumbledore was coming into the film and stuff. They're exploring other places, like they're going back to Hogwarts for part of the film. They're going to places like France. So like, there's some cool excitement for this film. Fortunately, though, this film sucks. It's definitely the worst. I think it's something my least favorite film in the entire series of Harry Potter in general, including these films. And a lot of Harry Potter fans agree with me online because a lot of people don't like this film either. Like, there's some good things in it. I mean, visuals and cinematography, all beautiful. The acting's all great. It's especially Jude Law as young Dumbledore. He's fantastic in the film. He's great. As for other things, not a lot of great things in this film. Like Johnny Depp, he's not bad as Grindelwald. He doesn't act terribly, but it's just weird seeing him as the villain. I feel like they could have chosen someone better, maybe as Grindelwald. So there's that. Also, the plot. Also, a lot of pointless things. I don't know. A lot of pointless things in the plot that made me ask why. Why would you do that? What's the point of that? They have a character in the film named Nakia Nagini, who was revealed to be the big snake that was in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. She's in the film for no reason, honestly. She's there for completely no reason. She's just there to, I don't know, fill up character spots. She just has no purpose in the film. And of course, major spoilers for Harry Potter fans if you don't want those. As of course, other stuff like Ezra Miller's character, Credence. I don't like Ezra Miller that much as an actor, so I don't really care that much about his Credence in the film. But also, this is other stuff that's done. Like, they try to explain his origin, but it raises more questions and stuff. There's big spoilers actually here. There's Queenie Goldstein, and she just turns to the dark side, turns to the Grindelwald side and stuff, just out of nowhere. It seems kind of random. Like, okay, why did you just turn to the bad side there? And also, they reveal Credence is actually Dumbledore's younger brother or half brother or something like that. So they reveal he's his brother, and I'm like, that's kind of dumb. Why was that a thing we revealed? Like, I don't really understand it entirely why, but I don't know. The film's look, the film's not great. Like, it's definitely my least favorite out of Harry Potter series in general, and a lot of Harry Potter fans think so too. I give it a 4 out of 10. Next up is Once Upon Deadpool. Technically, I shouldn't count it in the list because this technically is just the same. This is just Deadpool 2, but I'm gonna count it because I was not impressed by this. Like, when I first heard they were doing that PG-13 Deadpool, I was like, don't do that. Why are we doing that? We don't want PG-13 Deadpool 2. We don't need that at all. Then they released a trailer, and I'm like, okay, that's actually kind of interesting. They're doing how, Deadpool kidnaps Fred Savage from Princess Bride and recreates Princess Bride's set, and reads to him the story of Deadpool 2 and stuff. I thought that's kind of interesting. The film's not great, though. Okay, all the Fred Savage scenes are the best part of the film. They're all great. There's some very funny scenes. They make some really fun call-outs to Marvel and Disney and some really great stuff. They have fun playing around with the censor beep thing. That's pretty cool. Spoilers for Deadpool 2 as well, but of course, I think maybe some of you know Matt Damon makes a cameo in the film, and Fred Savage talks about how, you got Matt Damon and stuff, and he starts talking about how he says he would fight Matt Damon, and says how, he would get his whole Coliseum and sell tickets for a show, the show, invite all his friends and family to the show to see him fight Matt Damon. The Deadpool uses this, beep button to come, every time he says fight, he censors him, and so it sounds like he's saying, and that's a pretty funny scene. I thought that was funny, a good use of the censor bar. censor bar beef, whatever. But as for the film itself, a lot of it just isn't good. It's like not. Deadpool's PG-13 is not great. Like, honestly, like, a lot of stuff is cut down in the film. Like, remember this scene from the trailer?
Ooh! Yeah! Your bullets. They're really fast.
Because they can't show blood now, this scene kind of sucks because now the joke's that we know he's trying to be cool and deflect all the bullets, but now, but like, we know he's not because we still have blood shots coming out from behind him, so we know he's not missing. He's completely missing. But now if Alco's there, we think he's actually, like, hitting them, and then we didn't see the bullet hole in his chest afterwards. Like, so like, the joke kind of, like, is now ruined a little bit, because the whole joke was us seeing the blood shots come up from behind him, and now we don't see him at all. Even at the end of the film, they let Colossus say the one time, they let Colossus say once in the film. But they actually, and I'm like, okay, PG-13, you can say once. But they censor him still there, and I'm like, okay, that's just weird. It's fine in the Fred Savage stuff because it's part of a joke and it makes sense there because of him reading the story of Deadpool 2. But like, here it doesn't make any sense because like, it's an actual movie and it just sounds weird having a censored beef in a movie. And still also, they add that to a pre-shot scene. No one's even mentioning, Deadpool doesn't even mention how he got censored out and stuff like that. So there's that, and yeah. The Fred Savage scenes were the best part of the film. Honestly, everyone online was saying how like, it's the best DVD bonus extra stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this should have been just DVD bonus extra stuff on the DVD. And they released Once Upon Deadpool the DVD too, and I don't get why. It's stupid. I don't get. Look, your kids might like it probably, but like it just sounds weird watching the Deadpool movie PG-13. It's weird hearing Deadpool go this long without dropping an F-bomb. It wasn't great. I wasn't really impressed by it. A 3 out of 10. I literally remembered this film while I was making this video. I remember Holmes and Watson. That film you probably know is not getting great reviews. I saw it. It's not great. It really sucks, actually. Man, like, it's neck and neck with True There with my worst film of the year. I'll probably say True There is still my worst film, but like, I would still probably put a watch that over this one for True There. True There is at least uninteresting and forgettable. This one's like, you remember how stupid and bad it was, but it's stupid. It's just like, spoilers here, but I don't think you even care about spoilers. This film sucks. Like, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are back at it again, but it's, I don't know, really stupid film. They make some really weird jokes that don't make any sense. They're really on the nose with a lot of their jokes in this film about stuff like the monarchy and presidents and like the Titanic and with like jokes about women and stuff. It's like really on the nose. It's not that funny. There's some really terrible Titanic jokes in parts of the film. Near the end, the Titanic's here, I don't know why. The guy who announces the WWE matches in the film quickly. So I'm like, why is he here? Yeah, they opened the film with a Hannah Montana quote, and I'm like, why? That's so random. Like, it's a 1 out of 10. I only give it a 1 because like a few jokes I like in the film. And the acting is still not bad. It's Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. They're not bad actors. They're good actors. So, but yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my list of my okay, it's basically top 10 list, but it's not in any particular order. So, yeah. Bad/worst film 2018. Yeah, as you can see, there's a pattern. A lot of these films had a 5 or 6 out of 10. I didn't think a lot of these films were like the worst films. I mean, I thought Cheer There, Holmes and Watson, Once Upon Deadpool, and Grindelwald were pretty bad. They were below a 5. But yeah, a lot of their films were not that bad. They were not great either. So yeah, tell me in the comment section down below what was your worst, least bad, most disappointing film. Whatever your worst film was 2018, let me know in the comments down below. And stay tuned soon for my top 10 best films of 2018. Because I'll have more polite things to say with that film. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and goodbye. Hey, if you liked that video, guess what? YouTube put out a video just for you on the left. Or, if you want to take my advice, watch the most recent video on the right. Thanks for watching.